Hi, I just wanted to record a quick tutorial on setting up Zandronum and Doomseeker. I'm doing this mostly because there are some people who've never touched either of these programs and might need a little help setting it up. Slight warning, I've got a bit of a cold or hay fever is acting up, so I'll be going through this as quick as possible. So sorry if I sound a bit off or anything. Anyway, the first thing you want to do is open up your web browser and go to Zandronum's website and just go ahead and grab the latest version. That'll be 2.1.2. I've already gone ahead and downloaded it. Just go ahead and run that. It'll want to install to C program files. I say install to its own directory. Normally I install to just C Zandronum. You can put it in games or wherever. Just remember where you put it. Make sure associate pwad files is on and just install it. That'll create a shortcut on your desktop, which is play Zandronum Online. That's for Doomseeker. Before you run that for the first time, go ahead and navigate to where you installed Zandronum. And you want to go create 3 folders: iWads, pwads, and Zandronum 3.0. Once you've done that, you need to go find your iWad files. Your iWad files are stuff like your Doom, Doom 2, TNT, and Plutonia wads. You can buy them on Steam, any of the Doom games, or wherever you bought them from. Like, I bought the Depths of Doom trilogy back in 1997, and I've had the wads from those discs. Wherever they are, just feel free to put them into that folder. You should have at least Doom 2. Next up, you're going to want to run Doomseeker, which is play Zandronum Online. It will ask you to configure it for first time setup. Just make sure the path to executable is correct. And testing releases, make sure to direct that to Zandronum 3.0's folder. The 3.0 is used for the likes of Project Brutality and stuff like that. Next, you want to go to file paths, and feel free to remove all those if you've done this. Select your iWads and your pwads folder, and on WADseeker, go to General. It'll ask where should the wads be placed. You just want to set it to Zandronum's pwads folder, which we set up earlier. Once that's done, you can just click OK. It'll have one update for you. There's always one on first install. Just restart and install. And that's that done. To find the server, all you have to do is type in the search the Dragon's Lair. The server isn't up right now, but it'll be the only server in the list. For now though, you can close this. There is a shared Doom folder where I'll be uploading any patch wads or stuff like that. There's also an announcer in there if you want it. Feel free to download the announcer and leave it in the announcer folder. Feel free to download any of the patch wads in there though. Place them in the patch wads folder. I put more in there frequently. Link will be in the description for it. Once that's done, you're going to want to run Zandronum.exe. On first time setup, the volume will be set quite high. There's not a lot I can do about this. This next segment's going to be loud. Also, it will be set to the smallest resolution possible and will be in the top left of this video until I get it to the right size. So I'm going to go ahead and launch this. But that's just your heads up to turn the volume down when I actually click launch. But first off, we have to go direct it to the iWads folder, and it will come up to the welcome screen. We're gonna select hardware, full screen should be on, and then we can just click play Zandronum. This is your warning. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly set the resolution so we can start. Alright, so first thing you want to do is open up and go to the options and go click sound options. And you want to set everything to a comfortable volume. For me, I do have everything down quite low since I stream and people need to be able to hear me. Feel free to set this as loud or quiet as you want. Next, you want to go to set video mode. Make sure to select your aspect ratio, mine is 16:9. And then go down here and select your resolution. Mine is 1920 by 1080. You might have the same monitor, quite likely. Otherwise, if you got a different monitor, select it here. Next, you want to go to display options, message options, text scaling, and turn it on. I prefer the scaler 18, which is a virtual width of 640 by virtual height of 360. Feel free to tweak that while in game. Also, once you've done that, you want to go to HUD options and probably give yourself a crosshair. Feel free to mess with them in game. My preference is just a simple X. And make sure to go to player setup. You should probably put a name in that I'll recognize, either your Twitch name or just a heads up of what your name's gonna be. It's just for when you're joining the community server. Feel free to select your color. I prefer my red. Always run should be on. Turn off auto aim, it's useless. And like I mentioned earlier, you can have your announcer. I don't like the default to, so I've included a skull tag if you really want one, but for me, I just have none. And last but not least, you want to go set up your controls. For me, I just clear out this segment, then select fire on left click, secondary fire on right click, use the Z for me, WASD, jump for spacebar for me, and I prefer crouch toggle. You might prefer crouch. It's up to you. And that is pretty much it. You can go ahead and oh, hang on, almost forgot. My bad. HUD message options, text scaling. I also use screen ratio. And now your Doom should be looking much better. I hope this has been helpful. And I hope it all goes well, and I hope to see you on the community servers when they're up. Thank you for your time.